Hello everyone, this is Danish Kapoor with PMT. In this video, we'll be looking at some of the measurement tools and also compare the values on our rough machine stock to the actual part model. So let's go ahead and open our simulation process for this project. Since we are more concerned about taking measurements in this section, so it is strongly recommended that you switch to table view. So this is the table view option in the 3D graphics window. I'll zoom into my part model for better visibility as well. Now the next thing is we need to run the simulation. For this example, I'll run the simulation to the end of my NC program. Now the measurements can be taken at the end of each tool sequence as well by activating intermediate stocks, or you can insert a breakpoint at any length of the NC program and the simulation will stop just before where you insert the breakpoint, and then you can take the measurements as required, right? I had already ran the simulation for this one, so just to keep everything in line, I will reset my stock and run the simulation again. And I will be running the simulation until the end of the program for this one, so that's why I have selected the continuous mode. There are other modes you can see from the drop-down menu. I'm not going to go into detail in this section for that. So let's run the simulation in the continuous simulation mode. So here we have the final result, and I can see that I have a little bit of scrap left over. So if you encounter a similar situation, there are options to delete any scrap. So if you right click on your mouse, and you can see the options that I can delete this as scrap, or if there are multiple scrap materials that you can see in your graphical window, then you can select make the same selection on your rough machine stock and then keep as machine part. For this one there is just one scrap, so I'm going to delete that. Alright, so now I'm good to take further measurements. So the measurement tools are available in the measurements tab in the ribbon bar. Here the selection filter plays a very important role to make sure that we are making selections or measurements on the intended model. So by default you may see this active filter, the all filter enabled. So what I'm going to do is I'll take measurements on the stock model first, and then I'll compare it against my actual part model. So let's go ahead and enable the filter for our stock, right? And just for the sake of simplicity, I will also hide the part model in the 3D view. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the thickness measurements, and all the values will be recorded in the measurements window. So let's go ahead and enable the thickness measurement tool. I will record the value for this particular wall. So once I click any point, this gives me the active value of the thickness of the wall on my stock model. The next, I want to compare it against my actual part model, so I'll change the filter to part, and also I will enable my part model, and sometimes it automatically changes the view to wireframe, so I would recommend you select the shading view for your part model, right? And then I will do the same thing for the part, and both the values are recorded here, and I can see those in the 3D graphical window as well. Next, I want to take some measurements for the angle. If you are taking multiple measurements, it might be useful to hide the previous measurements. So I'm going to use this measurements visible tool to make sure that the previous recordings are hidden and those don't interfere with the new recordings or measurements I'll be taking. So for this one, I will be taking the angle measurement on the stock model first, and then we'll be comparing it against my actual part model. So I'll change the filter to the stock model again, and then this time this is the angle option I'm going to use. So the first one will be the reference surface or the plane I will be using. I want to use this plane this particular surface as my reference, and as you can see, I see the option select the point, so I'm going to drop a point here, right? So that is my reference angle, and then I want to measure the angle for this particular profile. So let's drop a point anywhere on here, and the value for my stock gets recorded here. So I'm going to do the same thing for my part model. Let's go ahead and change the filter to the actual part, and just to reset the angle measurement tool, I'll hit cancel and go in there one more time, and then this time again I will use this as reference, and then any point here should do the trick for me. Alright, so the values have now been recorded for both my thickness and my angle. Now the next thing I can do is print all these results for future reference. So if you right click on your mouse button in the measurements window, you will get the print option, and I'm going to save it as a PDF just for now. And then there you go. This is how you can save it as a PDF, or you can print the results as well. That's all we need to cover in this video. Thank you.